everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Scott, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can build this awesome Airsoft Milsim loadout with pretty much everything coming from Amazon. This is definitely a way more affordable way of building an awesome Airsoft loadout for those of you that want to take it a little bit more serious and go start doing these big Milsim events. I've been using this gear for a little while now, pretty much taking this to the last couple Milsims that I've been to and running it pretty much exclusively for the last like 2-3 years. And I've been pretty impressed with how this all works, and I want to show you guys how you can build this loadout. Now I'm going to be leaving links in the description for every item here. But what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go piece by piece, show you every single thing that I'm using right here. And I'm also going to let you know my top 5 essential things that you need for Airsoft and Milsim, in my opinion. These are things that I pretty much don't go without when I go out and play. So with that out of the way, let's jump into the video. If you guys are new around here, make sure you subscribe and leave a like on the video. That really does help the channel out. But let's get into it. All right, so first we're gonna start off with the combat uniform. Now, if you're starting to get more serious when it comes to Airsoft and you're gonna wanna start doing Milsim events, you're gonna have to pick up a combat uniform. Most Milsim events require you to have a matching set of pants and shirt, and also to fit in whatever team that you are designated on. If you're on tan team, you're gonna have to fit within that, and same for green team. Now, I like to run multicam myself. I find that it looks really cool, as well as it's really practical in the environment that I play in up here in Colorado. For me personally, I've been using IDO gear for the last couple of years, and it has held up really good. This specific set has been through a few Milsims and a bunch of different Airsoft game days, and it has held together really well. IDO gear makes pretty affordable and pretty good quality combat uniforms that you can get in a variety of different camos and patterns to fit whatever team you want to be on. But now we're gonna hit on the first essential gear that I will always use when it comes to going airsofting and Milsim, and that is having built-in knee pads. Most of these combat uniforms come with it, so I'd make sure you pick it up. Having built-in knee pads is a lifesaver, and trust me, you'll thank me later if you've never used them before. They are so convenient to have. Having built-in knee pads is kind of a game changer in my opinion. Okay, so moving up to the belt. Right here I have a battle belt that has pretty much a lot of different utilitarian tools that I can use at my Airsoft games as well as Milsim events. This is a fantastic way to store a bunch of gear on it, and there's a reason why you see a lot of people doing the same. Now, this specific battle belt is from a company that's called Vismix. They are relatively new, but they do make a really nice battle belt. The way this one works is there is a Velcro liner that goes through your belt loops, and then the outside of the battle belt clips over the Velcro and then belts in the front. I have a carabiner holding my gloves. On the side here, I have my pistol here on the side with a Serpa holster. And then back here, I have multi-tool as well as a knife. On this side, I've got my extra pistol mags. And then moving on to my next essential piece of gear, this is my dump pouch. I will always have a dump pouch when it comes to Airsoft or Milsim. Having a place to quickly store your mags if you're trying to reload fast, anything that falls off your gear, anything else to free up your hands, you can just put it in the dump pouch. It is out of the way, it is safe, it's not gonna get lost. Dump pouches are essential for me. So that's essential number 2. Okay, so now we're moving up to the main portion of an Airsoft Milsim loadout, and that is figuring out how you want to run your gear. Now, I typically like to run plate carriers. I find that they are the best way to handle all your gear because they're very customizable, very modular, and very versatile in terms of just getting everything that you need in one easy, accessible place. Now, the plate carrier that I'm running right here is from a company called Yakeda. They have a bunch of different patterns and camos and colors that you can get for these different plate carriers. The specific one that I've got right here is a Coyote Brown. Matches great with the multicam, and it can also be used with a bunch of other different camo options. They also have a bunch of really nice features that you'll find very helpful when it comes to going out on Airsoft and Milsim events, and that is having a quick release cummerbund on both sides. Also, this specific plate carrier that I got from Ikeda has built-in pouches in the middle for 3 mags, as well as pouches along the side as well. So starting off here at the bottom, I have like a tactical fanny pack. This Velcros into the bottom of the plate carrier, and it is a super easy way to store extra batteries, snacks, or whatever else you might need. Up here, I have an extra set of 3 mag pouches that go on the already built-in 3 mag pouch holder that the plate carrier comes with. These are a great way to hold your mags. I like having all 6 mags that I use in front of me. On the side here, I have a small admin pouch. This is something I pretty much run all my camera gear with. If I need to change out a battery, a cable, or anything like that, that's where I typically keep all my little bit of tools for that side of it. On the left side here, I have a separate mag pouch here in case I need to have an extra mag. And then on the back, I typically run my radio back here in a separate pouch. For a sling, I'm just using a Magpul MS2 sling. You can keep it 1-point sling so that way you can switch between sides, whichever way you're shooting, or you can switch it to a 2-point sling pretty quickly, and that way your gun holds a little bit more safely and securely. Since I'm right-handed, I typically like to run my sling through the right shoulder, and then it comes around the back and underneath this arm. I find that this is the most effective way to use a sling without it ever getting in your way. Up top here on the plate carrier, I have a phone holder. This is something that is really nice for me when I go out. It's nice to be able to pull out my phone, check out that Aries Alpha app to see where my teammates are, or just be able to look at maps, photographs, any objective things that I need to do. Having a phone up here is super handy, but it is something that I don't think most people need. It folds down flat like this. You can quickly access your phone pretty easily. On the side here, I have a push to talk. This runs into my radio, and this way I'm able to just quickly activate with my headset. You'll see that later with the helmet. And this is just an efficient way to keep comms with people. It's just a cheap push to talk that I found on Amazon. Now moving on to the next most essential thing that I recommend everyone gets for Airsoft, and that is having a hydration pack on the back of your plate carrier. Now having a hydration bladder in there and then having the tube come to the front is a great way to stay hydrated, especially when it's hot and you're playing a lot or you're even at a Milsim event. Having 2 to 3 liters of water is a great way to make sure that you are staying hydrated. Now you can get this pack. It's made by IDO Gear. It's super easy to molly to the back of your plate carrier. So that is my next essential that I think everybody should get. All right, so the next bit of gear here I have is some Mechanics multicam gloves. Some people don't like wearing gloves. Some people like having fingerless gloves. For me personally, I like having full fingered gloves. Multicam looks really good. Mechanics is a really nice brand, but having a nice set of gloves is definitely a good option because you never know what you're going to be falling against or scraping your hands up against. So having some good hand protection is pretty good to do, but that's obviously personal preference. All right, so now we're moving up to the head. Now, figuring out what you want to run on your head is going to be definitely a personal preference. But I'm going to first start off with the next most essential thing that I think everybody should get, and that is having some sort of face protection. Now, there are so many different options out there, and finding what works best for you is going to be something that you're going to have to trial and error. For me personally, I like to run a balaclava mask with mesh in it. This one specifically is a Valhalla Mask. Now, this one isn't on Amazon, but I will leave a link to it in the description if you're interested, as well as a discount code. These are hand-stitched. They're really nice. They got solid steel mesh here in the front. That way, no BBs are going to break through. And with it being so light and easy to pull down, I really can't use anything else. But there are other options out there if you guys are more interested. So picking your eye protection is very important. Now, most places are not going to allow you to bring mesh eye protection, and almost all of them are always going to require you to bring a full steel pair of glasses or goggles. For me, I typically run these Vulcan Zulu tactical glasses. They are full seal. They do come with a strap to tighten at the back if that's what you want, but they also come with these black lenses. You can get them in clear or in yellow, but they hold up really well. They've been shot a million times by me getting headshotted, and they never seem to crack, never seem to even scratch. They hold up really good. All right, so we're gonna move on to the headgear. Now, when it comes to Airsoft and Milsim, I always like playing with a helmet. Not only does it give you that little bit of protection in case you ever take a fall or run into something, it gives you that safety and assurance that you're not gonna hurt your head, but it also lets you mount a bunch of accessories and just a whole bunch of things on it to make it a little bit more effective for you when you go out and play. Now, as you can see, my helmet is pretty decked out. I've got a lot of stuff on it, and they all do serve a pretty practical point. Now, the basic helmet is just a generic Airsoft helmet that I bought just on Amazon, but I have gutted it pretty much. The inside padding I completely replaced. I got a really nice padding set, and I just replaced that so it's a lot more comfortable. Also changed the strapping system so that it can tighten a little bit better and has a nicer chin strap. I'll leave links for those obviously as well in the description. You can get those on Amazon. Now, on top, I do have a helmet cover. This is just a multicam cover that goes over the helmet. And the reason why you want to do that is so that way you can get rid of that natural shine that comes with the Airsoft helmets. Not only is the cover good for that, a pouch here at the back. For me, since I am running cameras all the time, since I'm making YouTube videos, I put a battery pack in there. I run the cable underneath the helmet and that runs into the GoPro. Now, some of the other accessories I've got on the helmet, there is a V-light on the top. This is something that is handy to have when you go out and play at night games. On the side here, I do have a Surefire headlamp. Now, this is a little bit more pricey, but it is a really nice thing to have because you can flick it on to have a white light that you can adjust to look down at your gear and just look straight ahead, or you can switch it to a red light. Now, this is a little bit less noticeable for other players. So my fifth most essential thing that I always take with me whenever I go and play Airsoft or Milsim, it's always having a way to communicate with my teammates, and that is through having a communication setup. Now, I have a radio on my plate carrier that then runs into my push-to-talk, and that runs into these headsets. These headsets are a great way of staying in contact with the rest of your team. And they also serve another purpose. They can also protect your hearing from really loud sound grenades or blank fire rounds that you'll often encounter at Milsim events. They are a fantastic way of protecting your ears as well as communicating with teammates. Now, this particular headset is just like a standard Z Tactical headset that you can find on Amazon. They're not crazy expensive, but they do serve a really good purpose. They're not as good as proper Peltors or Ops cores, because those are a lot more expensive, but these are a great way to get in to protect your ears and have communications. The ones I have right here have a quick detached swivel that can pop out, but then you can fold it up and clip it to the side of the helmet. Another option that you can get is these little arc rails here. On these Z Tacticals here, you can pop them in and out against your ears, and you can also swivel them up out of the way if you need to as well. All right, so that is pretty much the whole loadout there. It is pretty easy to put together, and I hope this video does help you guys figure out what you need to get, some ideas for maybe improving your current loadout, and just like getting ready and getting the mindset of what you need to do in order to be ready to go on a larger Milsim event, if that is something you're interested in. But I hope this video did help you guys out. Make sure you leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel. Hit those links in the description if you want to go pick up any of this gear. But with that out of the way, I'll catch you guys in the next one.